Scouting Combine Indianapolis, we've been talking to plenty of linebackers today. A lot of defensive guys. A lot of guys that I want to see hit you.
This is kind of the
hard.
top linebacker right here.
Jalon Walker, Georgia
Yes, sir.
linebacker, joining us now. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thank y'all for having me.
Would you like to hit him? He is a former quarterback. Now, he's a
Man.
little old now, but wouldn't you love to hit him hard?
A quarterback is a quarterback. So if he was right there, back there in that backfield, I would love to go get him.
But you love me right
Yes.
here. That's all I need.
We
I
all
don't need
good.
you. We
Yes,
don't
sir.
need that. I can't get hit anymore. How much do you watch other linebackers, right? Because like you and Jihad Campbell,
Correct.
you're at the top of most people's list as far as linebackers. How much do you keep an eye on him during the year and kind of peep his game?
Man, it gets hard because we're so busy ourselves.
Right.
So, but I do get the chance, if having an early game and watching that Bama game at the end of the night, that's something I love to do. And, of course, Jihad's a good friend of mine of growing up,
Right.
being in those camps and being at an Under Armour All-American game together, getting that relationship is great. And, of course, I would support a brother no matter what.
Right. But you want to be picked before him.
Man, I would love to be picked for anyone. So.
Yeah.
Who's the toughest guy you've ever seen on a football field?
Toughest, as in physicality.
Just the
strength.
guy that you're like, oh, really? I got to go. I got to deal with him. I got to try to tackle
Man,
him. I got to try to shed a block. From
I
him,
wouldn't
whoever.
say there was an offensive opponent like that, but I do know that a defensive guy that I can say from Georgia is Chaz Chambliss. Chaz is one of the toughest guys I know. If you want him to go lift a house, he's going to find a way to go lift that house. If you want him to move that car, he's going to find a way to go move that car for you. So the way he plays the game and the violence he has within the game is like no other.
Okay, so off of that now, like freakiest guy at Georgia, because we had Mikkel here before. Right. He gave us a story about Jalen Carter asleep in the locker and then woke up and is like, I'm gonna go get 2 sacks, and he's like, he got 3.
I can attest to that.
Yeah,
because the way he does it, Jalen Carter, his switch is like no other. Like having that type of switch and going to sleep before the game and waking up and just going to get 3 sacks, like you don't see a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, freakiest player
right.
would have to be Amarius Mims. The way his body is just set up, it's tough to play against just because he's so wide.
Right.
And then he just already long as who knows what to get around. So
yeah, and has pretty good feet to go along with it.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, Amarius Mims is the only guy that ever made Orlando Brown Jr. look small ever in our life, right? I mean, he is a giant human being.
He is huge.
Yeah, no doubt.
Butkus Award winner last year as the top linebacker in the nation. What's it mean to get that, obviously named for the all-time great Dick Butkus? What's that mean to you?
It's like no other. Having that, being a part of that foundation and that fraternity of great linebackers is great. Having that to share with N'Kobe Dean and Roquan Smith at Georgia winning that award prior to me. So bringing the Buckets back home to the University of Georgia is our tradition, and I can't wait to see for the rest of our linebackers to see who's going to bring it in next.
So what do you feel best at? Because you're that guy that everybody, I watch you. You could come off the edge, but you could stand up and play linebacker. Where are you most comfortable? Where do you think the teams feel you right now?
There's a part of everybody's scheme might be different. So some might see me as an inside backer, some might see me as that stat back, Sam, or some might just see me as a full-time edge player, which I'm with. I feel like me being on the field in general is just the passion and love I have for the game of being at the inside backer position. If I have to go downhill to stop that run, I will.
Yeah.
If I have to go down there and set that edge, I will. But getting to the quarterback at the inside backer position is fun, but getting to the quarterback on the edge is a different adrenaline rush that you might have.
Yeah, right. So that's the one you enjoy. I know you. You're a good guy. I could already tell you're a team guy. You'll do whatever, but you enjoy that off the edge aspect.
Yeah, off the edge is where I feel more natural.
You feel more natural, right? No thinking. You can just go out and
Correct.
play.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And the versatility is big too. They use words like tweener, and sometimes that has a connotation like this guy
like
really
a
doesn't
negative,
have a home.
right?
Where your home is. Your home's on the football field, and you do whatever needs to be done.
Correct.
And if they try to go into no huddle or something like that, you're not going to have a problem. You can go wherever you need to go. You can line up wherever you need to line up. And guys like you, every team needs guys like you.
Well, the best defensive player in football right now is Micah Parsons, in my opinion, and he's a
does
tweener.
everything, yeah.
He's a tweener. That's what he is. Like, I don't know, they didn't know if he was big enough to play DN. Well, he is. We know that. All right.
Right.
So who's your idol right now in football? Who do you look at in the NFL to model your game after?
I like to go by body type and size. So I do see Micah as a great comparison. I got the relationship to meet Micah and grow that relationship as a friend of mine, and of course Hassan Reddick as well, because we both have that same type of lower center of gravity body type and still weigh the same weight and things like that. So watching those guys help my game to translate it from NFL to college.
Yeah. What he's basically saying is he's got ass and legs, is what he's saying. That his weight and strength is down there. That's what he is, which is important.
Micah, great guy, smart business guy.
Correct.
Understands how the game works. Have you gotten advice from him on how to embark on your NFL career?
He's been that older brother for me. He's giving me the advice that I need. He's there to answer any question that I have. So, I appreciate him, for all the things that he's done at this point in time, and I know that our relationship will grow, continue.
You as yourself, right? I could tell you're a detailed guy. What's an area of your game where you go, for the NFL, I got to get a little bit better at this?
Right. I feel like the game in general, the game will speed up just from, I know that transition from high school. From high school to college, that game went faster.
I know.
From college to NFL,
it'll go even faster.
Yeah, even faster, because this is what these guys do for a living.
Right.
So joining that profession, just going into the game speed and focusing on just the little details, like you said, in my craft of being that on-ball backer or being that off-ball backer. Things like that are just the various tips and details that I got to work on.
Yeah.
Give us one game from your college career that you'd want us to look at the film, and that film would show us what you're all about.
Man, that Texas game.
Oh, God.
Which
I'm
one?
not watching that.
Which
shit.
one?
I'm not watching that.
I feel like in both games, I feel like
You went off.
Yeah,
You went off.
That opportunity for me to play those guys, that great competition
Right.
that they have, credit to Texas. That is a great team, and getting the opportunity to train with those guys, we laugh about it all the time. Like, it was a great game, but I feel like that showed different, really all aspects of my game of being in space, being on the edge, being at an inside back position as well. So.
You got a favorite team growing up in the NFL?
Man, I grew up with my dad liking the Pittsburgh Steelers, and of course I followed behind him. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are my favorite.
Well, yeah,
Maybe a perfect
you
Steeler.
fit that. How about number 11?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Man, so earlier in my years, I got the opportunity to go to a Clemson camp. So I got the opportunity to meet Isaiah Simmons at a young age, and he was that spark of wearing 11. And ever since then, ever since my sophomore year in high school, I've been wearing 11.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.